It's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't done a video for a while. So I'm going to look at 10 of my favourite arcade racing games. Not my total top 10, as in there are some games missing, and it's not in order. Well, apart from number 1, which is definitely number 1. Apart from that, these are games that I just think you might enjoy if you haven't played them before, so we're going to go to crack. So without further ado, let's crack on with number 10. Ace Driver Victory Lap, the sequel to Namco's Ace Driver. Strangely enough, it's an F1 based game, sort of set in the future, I think. Yeah, quite a challenging one, from what I found, but I haven't practiced these games much, as you'll see in all the video clips. But a fantastic game, bit of fun. The music's awesome as well, being Namco. So if you get the chance, have a whack on it. Right.
Time has been extended. You're running fourth. Time has been extended. Draft behind his tail.
Annual Speed Week in Capital City.
Time has been extended. Draft behind his tail.
Into classic territory here with 1992's Virtual Racing. Not the first polygonal racer, but definitely one that put up to a modern standard with 30 frames per second high-res graphics. I think it was VGA 645 480. And if I'm observed correctly, it might have been on a widescreen monitor. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, this game blew me away. One of the first, I think, to offer different viewpoints, especially that weird one, the top-down thing, almost like Micro Machines. But yeah, good handling model, lovely tracks. You probably played this one, but if not, why not? Wangdam Midnight Tune 5 or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh god, I am terrible on this game. I was playing on a really small window. I recently upgraded my monitor, but that's another thing not to worry about. Yeah, this game will put you on the fucking edge of your seat. All the bloody cars knocking about. Basically get a car, win the races, tune it up. Nice little storylines finished based on the manga. I haven't played any others, but this one I have, so that's why it's on there. If the others are better, forgive me. But highly recommended once again. Otherwise it wouldn't be on the list. Ridge Racer. Phenomenal. 1993 this game came out. The arcade unit was huge. I think there's a 42-inch screen on it. 6-speed box with a clutch pedal. Texture mapped, 60 frames per second, 640 by 480. This game looked amazing. I was so disappointed when I got my PlayStation. I just thought things were a bit off with the Ridge Racer version on that. Yeah, frames per second. They still mattered then. If you're a fussy bastard like me. Only one track, but it's all you need. There's a bit of an extension. Fucking power slides in this and nuts. Easy to pull off. Great arcade game. Awesome.
Corner stop. Watch yourself. Okay, hit the last stretch. Keep going. Lap to go.
Outrun, it came out in 96, was slightly different to the other racing games. There's just more of a joyride on a Sunday afternoon than circuit racing against other competitors. Can be frustrating. Those other car users don't fucking indicate when they're changing lanes, often blocking you. You getting berating off the blonde lady in the car. Well, that's in my note. I like to pretend the blonde lady sometimes driving the car, as if we're in the UK here. And we're just being out and day at the pub, and I'm a bit pissed as she's driving me home. Well, you got to have something to think about when you're playing these games.
Sega Rally Championship.
Really couldn't decide whether to put the original Sega Rally in here or the sequel. That'll be named Sega Rally 2. In the end, I went for Sega Rally just because I think I played it a bit more than Sega Rally 2. Yeah, it stood out a bit more at the time. 4 different themed stages, one secret if you manage to complete the rally itself, which in the following footage I haven't done. Should get some more practice in on this really, maybe cover it in another video. 2 classic cars to choose from in the rally world, Lancia Delta Integrale and the Toyota Celica GT4. I'm not sure there's any difference in them, to be honest. I should look into that. One's bigger, but longer. Fun rally handling in this. Another classic Sega game with probably one of the best game overs going. I'll pop it in at the end because I did hear this quite a lot when I was getting this footage.
Easy left. Easy right. Right. Long medium left, maybe. Medium left. Wow. Medium right, checkpoint. Easy left.
Sega's turn next to take on the manga-based racing games. This was initial D7 XX. I played a few of the others, but this one I've actually played in the arcade a couple of times, so yeah, I'm going to pop it in here. My performance could be improved if I'd realised my profile was using a manual car, as opposed to my other profile which had automatic. So you see in some instances I'm not changing gear, but somehow didn't do too badly. I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be on this game though. Lost the knack. Loads of cars to choose from. Great storyline that goes all the way through. I'm told multiplayer's good. I'm nowhere near good enough to give that a go. Highly recommended. The handling for the Choose racing, just beyond, it's like bloody being a roller coaster sometimes. The soundtrack is phenomenal. You just want to drive fast in the music in this, the old Euro beat. Get your foot tapping. Hopefully not on the throttle. You can find one of the arcade units in the UK. Definitely give it a go. Whack some quids in there.
ラッキー簡単に抜けたぜうわ抜かれた負けらんないぜゴールまで一気に行くぜなんかすっげえ調子いいぜ
When Namco had Ridge Racer, Sega came back with Daytona USA. Another texture map beauty, this time looking in the world of NASCAR. Same great Sega track design, loads of trackside detail, fun things to see. Probably one of the most popular arcade machines ever. Sales-wise, especially in racing. Still see them around now. There are some sequels to this which are also amazing, but I'm including the original here. Great drifting action, especially in the manual car with the gear shifting. So Ridge Racer had, 13 cars on the track. This goes up to 40. That varies as tracks get increasingly longer. Great multiplayer game as well, especially if you see a 4-player one. Soundtrack here is also amazing. Not in the same way as sort of Ridge Racer or the other driving games with the dance tunes. This has got some mad singing on it. You'll be singing along as you're driving eventually. You've probably all played this, so a bit of a classic has to be here. Not much more to say really, it's Daytona USA. If you haven't played it, give it a whirl.
Speed in the turn.
Rave Racer!
In at number 2 is Rave Racer. So coming on from Ridge Racer, then Ridge Racer 2 is this one. This one actually adds 2 extra tracks. We got one city one and then one for mountain. Varying difficulty. Improved graphics, the soundtrack is banging on this, as always with the Ridge Racer games. I don't remember seeing this one round as much as Ridge Racer. In fact, the only place I remember seeing it was at Porthcawl Beach, in an arcade there, an old manky unit. It had only been out a couple of years then. Added bonus of now an external camera if that's your thing. Not really my sort of thing on the Ridge Racer games. But the music, the vibe, the handling, everything about the game, just love it. It's one of those ones that never got a home port, which is a real shame. So grab an emulator, check this one out.
Come on, driving car race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
Sucker.
Ah, you're home free now, baby.
And finally on the list, this is my definite number 1. This is the only one I can actually say is in a firm place. Outrun 2 SP. Outrun 2 was great. The only reason I'm choosing the SP over it is because the arcade unit has paddle shifters, which makes the manual drifting a lot easier for me. Simple as that. There's a brand new track with 15 courses on it. That's 30 in total. The handling on this game is just outrageous. The fun, the atmosphere, pure brilliance. I must have literally spent about £300 on this, playing it in the arcade alone. Great selection of cars to go through, although they mainly group up into different sorts of classes. Usually want the slower ones for the Outrun sort of gameplay and the faster ones for the time trials, etc. Outrun 2 or Outrun 2 SP, whichever guys you go for, is being released on every platform going in their Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. I think it was released on Xbox Live as well, PlayStation Network, but not sure if that exists anymore. But you can probably find a unit in the arcade somewhere around you. Quite a popular game. And that concludes it, so I'll leave you with a little time trials on Outrun 2 Coast to Coast. And thanks for watching.
My days were done. Nothing new, nowhere to go. I had more than a girl could wish for, but still something was missing. What? I didn't know. That's when I saw him. So smooth, so carefree. He was real, I thought. He could make me real. When you were cruising in your car, well, I was down.
Checkpoint.
I was lost and insecure. It's magical he found me. Summer breeze bringing a change of fate. He came by to ask me for a ride with him. Reality reminds me it could just be another drag. Miracles don't happen every day. You see. My days were changing. Excitements I didn't expect. I never knew riding with you could bring so much wonder.
Checkpoint.
Everything was a surprise. Your beautiful machine never slows, never stops. This was real, I knew. My life was turning real. You had no clue how I had waited for this time. I was a boy till you pulled me out of bed. Mysterious as we ride, I foresee we will never stop till we get to somewhere unexplored.
Congratulations!